Okay, today I wanted to share a quick note with, and is regarding using JSON mode in Google Gemini. I thought it was especially pertinent to share this because Google's own documentation on JSON mode with Gemini focuses primarily on Python. And likewise, the main content creators out there are focused on Python. So I wanted to share how to use a JSON mode with Gemini Wi-Fi 5, specifically 1.5 Flash or Gemini Flash version 002. And so that's what we're going to look at today. Also, I shared a Medium article on how to do that. So if you want to go ahead and copy the code, it's available in my Medium profile. So I'm using Gemini on Vertex AI, and this is an example of how it works. So this is a classic example of text and summarization. So this is the article that I'm asking Gemini to summarize, and this is the JSON response that I got back from Gemini. So category of the article, language in which the article is written, summarization, true or summarization error, true or false, and the summary and the title. So you're going to look at the code and you will understand where this JSON schema comes from. And it works 100% of the time. So Gemini always provides a response shaped like that. So, and this you probably don't know if you want to replicate this experiment. So initially I import a Google Cloud Vertex AI NPM package. And here we're going to use a Vertex AI class. First, we start by instantiating that and specifying the GCP region we are working on. I'm going to skip this for a second, but this is what most of it magic happens. And I'm wrapping the call to Gemini in like a wrapper function. So, which I'm calling summarize with Gemini. This function is accepting it, the body of the text I'm going to summarize and the language to translate the summary to, because Gemini can, in a single prompt, summarize and translate. So sometimes I want to do that. Just FYI, that's what the variable means. And okay, so first what I'm doing is I'm sanitizing a little bit the paragraph that I want to summarize. Then here is a little bit of prompt engineering, where if the language is populated, then I want to declare this variable, and then I'm doing a string interpolation of this variable inside of this one. So this is my system prompt, and what's in here is read the following text and return a concrete summary and a title in JSON format. The summary should take about about a minute to read, and must be written in the form of a TikTok post. Start with an attention grabber and then develop the story. Do not include ads or call to action such as subscribe, terms of use, comment, like, etc. The main content. Then this is what I'm including conditionally, the translation prompt or not. And then finally, do not use markdown or line breaks, only plain text, only one line, and the text. And here is where I'm passing all that information to Gemini. So the Gemini 1.5 Flash 002, which just came out this week, is the model I gotta be using, cheapest and fastest. And then here and here's what I'm passing the system prompt. And then within the generation config, here is where where most of the magic happens for forcing JSON mode. Response schema we're gonna take a look at in a second. Here, this is the format of the actual response. So default is text. It still works. I mean, the JSON format still works even if you select text plain and you ask Gemini to return JSON in within your prompt. Sometimes it does work. However, sometimes Gemini might generate JSON that is not valid. However, that's why you still have this second flag or option where Gemini will always return JSON. So that's why you have to specify application JSON at the mount type, and then the response schema, which is where all the magic happens. By the way, you can inspect the library from GCP if you want to see what the options for the schema are. Type, format, description, nullable items, enum, properties. You'll see how I'm using those. So if I inspect the response schema of my script, and again, this is in Medium. If you want to copy paste that, initially you use a type for declaring the type of the given property. So the parent is an object, and this you import from Google Cloud Vertex NPM library. So the parent is an object, and inside the properties are summary, title, summarization error, which is a Boolean, category, and language. So we can see that I'm using a few of those properties within this. They're listed within the schema, the type, format, description, and whether or not the key is nullable or not. None of my keys are nullable, but all of them have a description. Now, I think this description does not interfere with the system prompt because I've been asking Gemini to not generate responses or summaries with emojis. Sometimes still does. So I think this description does not interfere with the system prompt. Not 100% sure on that, but if you want to change the behavior of the response, then rely on the system prompt. And then properties such as the category, it can only be one of this given category. So Gemini will pick the one that adjusts or that better fits the topic of my article, similar with the language, which is also a string. And that's pretty much how it goes. And that's what does the trick. Again, you pass it within generation config, and then if you're using TypeScript, you don't have to do all this. The response will be in the class path that you would expect, with candidates and all that stuff. So that's pretty much how to do it. And again, Google is not is not providing a lot of examples, so all this is some code that you probably don't need. So again, if you want to copy paste or use my code as an example, go ahead and copy that from Medium. Please let me know if this was useful to you, like, subscribe, etc. And that'll be it. Take care.